What up, everybody? So I'm going to talk a little bit about a muscle that is called pec minor because yesterday I was doing a lot of L-sits, which requires a lot of pec minor involvement. And so when I woke up today, I had a nasty knot kind of on the inside of my scap in my back right there where I was pointing, and it sucked. It was really nasty. And so I was trying to think, all right, why do I have that knot there? Why does that feel terrible? And so I thought, I was like, well, I was doing a lot of L-sits, and that takes a lot of pec minor. So there's obviously everyone's familiar with the pec, big muscle on top that everybody uses for bench pressing and pushing weights away from them. Pec minor is right below the pec, and if you were to take your thumb and kind of stick it in your armpit and kind of hook underneath there and just dig in underneath on the bottom side, that's where pec minor is. So what does pec minor do? Well, pec minor helps to move the shoulder through right words. Or like if you've ever heard the phrase reach beyond reach, so that extra extension. So I can stick my arm out like I'm bench pressing, and then I can push forward. So this is a lot of pec minor involvement as well as scapula kind of all working together to push the shoulder forward. So there's pressing with the pec and then extending with pec minor. Same kind of thing. If you you'll be able to feel, if you want to try it, you can feel it where if you just stand on your side and try to reach for the ground without like tipping over, which is push down towards your toes, you'll feel pec minor and probably some lat 2 and scap as you're pushing down from there. So what does this mean? Right now everybody's working out at home a lot, so that probably means you're also doing a ton of push-ups. So you might be finding some really sticky spots in the shoulder, in your back, or just in the chest in general. It's maybe on the inside here. So I want to show you a strategy that I use to help clean up and get that tissue in pec minor moving, so that knot, which like I said this morning was pretty nasty, right now I don't feel it at all after hitting it. I think I hit it 2 or 3 times now throughout the day using this. So handy dandy lacrosse ball, because that's crossballs. They're great. So here's what you're going to do. How's that move you? You also have to be 100% prepared to look like an idiot while doing this, because you can't not look like an idiot. So I'm going to look like an idiot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this ball and we are going to trap it between the wall and our pec there. So I'm going to show you in a second, but I'm going to get a lot of pressure and lean into the wall to attack pec minor. And I'm going to roll it slowly across the top of the pec line and kind of right underneath the collarbone. Now, what I find when my pec minor is knotted down, and that's real grizzly, is that as I come through here and I find certain spots to stop and pause, I'll feel the tissue kind of like spasm and release, and then get a lot of like feels like almost like a blood flow and heart pump in that space. So as I would normally go through here, I go real slow, pause at certain points and let it dig and sink. Right now I'm going to move through pretty quickly just so you can kind of see what it looks like and watch me look like an idiot while I basically make out with a wall. So, ball underneath pec minor, leaning into the wall. This hand, you're just going to kind of try to relax as much as possible. And then I'll take my offhand and kind of hold the pec so that it doesn't like flop too hard off the ball as I roll through the top. So it'll look something kind of like this. So right now I'm still in pec minor, digging in. I'm rolling over top now into the pec. And then now I'm right underneath my collarbone and just rolling through the top. And then once you get to the middle of your chest or your sternum, then taking that up and rolling down through. And then reversing it, of course, coming back across the collarbone, back to the corner of the pec tie into the shoulder, and sliding back down underneath into pec minor.
So, if you've been doing a lot of push-ups lately and you're having any shoulder trouble, you got a lacrosse ball, give that a shot to help clear that up. Like I said, it works wonders for me, so maybe it'll do something for you. Peace.